Hey, good morning. It's Linda Schiller Hanna with Inner Kid Keto, segment 22. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today's lesson is going to be about what we feed ourselves on an actual practical level. So many people ask me, well, what do you eat? And what about fruits and vegetables? I'm going to tell you that is a developing answer. A few weeks ago, I might not have been able to give you this, but today I'm going to talk about what I'm figuring out to do. So you've probably heard of protein powder. One of the things we do with keto is have a lot of protein. So if you don't want to eat all that meat, you might consider getting some protein powder. I happen to like this Amy Meyer's Paleo Protein, just 19 grams of protein, and it's double chocolate, my favorite flavor. And it's particularly delicious and healthy and lasts a long time. So what I've begun to do is mix myself a glass of this for breakfast. I don't make it with milk. I make it with organic coconut milk. Coconut is a terrific a keto item. So by starting with coconut milk and my protein powder, I've already got a huge nutritional boost. Guess what else I figured out? I had purchased these Kyo green powdered drink mix. It's a greens blend, high energy. Barley grass, wheatgrass, and chlorella. Very high greens. So I'm mixing in some of the greens into my protein powder drink. And I'm starting the day with a high nutritional boost. I'm not particularly pushing these brands. They just happen to be ones I have that are working for me. I sweeten it a little with some stevia, maybe just a teaspoon or two for my drink. And there I've got it. Breakfast in a glass. Nice, thick as a milkshake. Quick and easy. If you want it cold, you could put in some ice. It's all okay. Now, I want to tell you something I learned this morning, actually, on another podcast about how we're not supposed to feed our children fruit juice. Who knew that? Doesn't that sound like normal? Have you ever known a family that wouldn't give their kids fruit juice? Hey, a lot of families would say no to pop, but not fruit juice. But there's new research and evidence to show that it can actually mess up a child's liver and their development. So I've got little Linda here, you know little Linda, and I've got her with a toy with a sad face. No fruit juice. Oh, no fruit juice. Sorry, little Linda. They got a fruit, but the juice is too intense. Okay, I'm just going to set it down here. Kids, no juice. I'm going to give you the place where you can look this up for yourself. This is also a YouTube channel. It's called the Primal Podcast. The title of the podcast is The Fastest Way to Fix Fatty Liver Naturally. 10 Common Symptoms. And at 7 minutes, 57 seconds, the doctor will explain why children should not drink soda or fruit juice and what it does to their bodies. So we're talking not just the inner kid, but an actual kid. Speaking of kids, I want you to notice this gorgeous little vest I'm wearing. This is a gift from my adopted daughter, Shanthi, who was born in India. Now, she's an adult daughter. I had to draw in kids at a later stage of my life. And the necklaces are from Shanthi and my other adopted daughter, Keith. And would you believe they both sent me hearts with a mom on them? What are the odds of that? And they didn't know each other. So these represent Keith and Shanthi, and the little vest is something that Shanthi gave me recently, and I absolutely love it. And little Linda loves color. And boy, can you see me coming. So, a lot of people are uncomfortable when I tell them I'm doing keto. Yeah, but what about the vegetables? What about the fruits? Isn't that kind of strict? Isn't that kind of rigid? And I can honestly say I worried a little bit about it too. I have spent the last 30, 40 years involved with the Edgar Cayce Foundation, and Cayce talked about eating vegetables and fruits and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, well, am I going against what Edgar Cayce channeled and what I've loved and believed for a long time? In some ways, I am going against that. But I do dearly love Edgar Cayce, the Sleeping Prophet. If you're ever interested in looking him up, it's edgarcayce.org. And on Itchy Nose, I don't edit this stuff out. You get the real Linda. But by having my greens, Kayo green, I feel like I'm giving more support to that. I can tell you health-wise, I haven't felt this good in years. 14 months ago, weekend before Christmas, I had an emergency pacemaker put in because my heart was doing so bad. My cholesterol was so high. My blood pressure was way off. I was dying and didn't even know it. And at that point, I weighed well over 210 pounds. Today, I'm about 169. So I'm about 40 pounds less than I was then. I tell you one thing, I feel a lot better. I thank you for the great doctors at Cleveland Clinic for doing an amazing, incredible surgery on me. I got to be awake during it. Can you imagine being awake during your own heart surgery? They just strapped me down, covered me up. Of course, they numbed me good. But it was just before Christmas, and there was Christmas music playing really loud, and the doctors were joking and laughing. It was quite an amazing experience. And of course, I couldn't move my hands, and at one point, my nose itched. And I said, my nose itches. And they had one of the doctors on my right take a Kleenex and slide it under the plastic and bring it up and scratch my nose. The most exciting itchy nose of my life. My husband joked that was probably $100 Kleenex. Who knows? Anyway, it's a memory. But I'd like you to avoid having to have an emergency pacemaker put in. I'd like you to have a healthier, happier, safer, more comfortable life. I'd like you to go without those kind of traumatic experiences. Yes, we have good doctors. But you know, it costs a lot of money. Just see what happens if you drop 15, 20, 30 pounds. I lost over 30 pounds. And how much better you feel, how much better you sleep, how much more you love wearing your clothes and putting on your pretty bright colors, because why not attract attention to how you're looking and how you're feeling. So little Linda can't have fruit juice. They said not at all before the age of 2. They said it's as bad as feeding them pop. And basically throughout most of their childhood. Give them whole fruit, but not the juice, because it spikes their blood sugar too high and messes with the liver. I'm not the doctor. You listen to the podcast and judge for yourself. So that's all I got to say today. But keep coming back. Feel free to comment in the comments. Or you can email me at linda@lightworker22.com. Have a beautiful day. You're a beautiful person, and I love you. Bye for now.